probably injuries. Maybe Runnison had injuries, but you're media anyways. Keeping up the theme with Declan Rice, people. And forgive me for repeating the same old things, but I've tried to get every article possible. Arsenal are working towards completing their club record move for Declan Rice in time for him to join their pre-season tour of the United States. Arsenal also hoping to announce the arrival of Timber in advance of the trip. Daily Mail has said Rice is set to finally complete British record 105 million transfer to Arsenal today after weeks of negotiations and talks as West Ham departing captain prepares to go on USA tour. We're set to travel to Washington to start our 3-match tour on Sunday. He has obviously been training in Portugal in preparation, and apparently the deals have been hampered as club thrash out agreement on the structure. Declan Rice is believed to be on the verge of completing his British record move to Arsenal today, according to reports. We all know the bid's been agreed. I don't want to keep repeating the same things. We all know he's been in Portugal. Apparently, the Mail Sport reported on Tuesday that after weeks of delay, that was set to end imminently as West Ham sent through their final approval of wording on the deal to Arsenal's lawyers. Scrolling all the way down, with the final sign-off from the Gunners camp, as per BBC, the announcement will call time on months of discussions as Arsenal nab their number one long-term transfer target. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. A number of involved parties alluded to being in the dark about the timing of the deal, including David Moyes. When asked, David Moyes said, "I've just been listening to Sky and I've been taking the news from Sky. I know nothing about it. You journalists seem to know more about it than me and getting the news quicker than me. So I'm happy to listen to what you people say." Obviously, he's experienced. He's going to play coy on stuff. Until it's done, we can't plan anything. We'll wait and see what happens. Well, maybe if you didn't try and wait for other bids and take us around the houses, you would have got your money and you could start rebuilding. Big up West Ham and their fans, but specific to your board, don't give a flying monkeys how this impacts your business, really and truly. Anyways, everyone knows the situation. We're expecting something to happen. I think you just said it was done 2 weeks ago and it's still not done. Then it went on to say, people, oh, sorry, this is Mikel Arteta's comments. We've seen that already, and that's the images. I mean, you might as well bring Rafa Leao with you, Decky boy. But anyways, there are no suggestions of anything going wrong with the deal for Declan Rice or any issues with regard to the payment for the player transfers of such a size are financially complicated, and as Rice's holiday has so far prevented the final details from being signed. So firmly the calm before the storm. Has AFC staff reported anything new? We're set to finally announce the arrival of Declan Rice on Friday after a summer-long pursuit, having agreed a record £105 million deal. Arsenal finally wrapped up the paperwork to complete the deal. Allegedly, the man is back in England and is ready to sign the final paperwork for his transfer. Arsenal and Rice want the move wrapped up in the next 24 hours so he can fly with the squad to America on Sunday. Timber is also due to be on that flight. And apparently the links with Timber to Arsenal, that link on Arsenal's server has resurfaced. So we'll have to see how that develops. On Balogun, Arteta said, "This is what he is doing, and that's why we gave him minutes that he deserved to show what he can do. He's just staying here with us at the moment, and we'll see what happens." So it's neither talked up nor played down. Balogun having a future here. Once again, we're expected to complete this deal for Declan Rice before we fly out. He's already completed his medical, doing it at the back end of last week. Arsenal and Rice want it wrapped up in the next 24 hours. There are some reports that say he's actually recorded his goodbye message and his welcome message for Arsenal and West Ham, respectively. Apparently, the 22-year-old, in relation to Timber, is set to join as well. He's done his medical and he will join Arsenal on a long-term contract as part of a deal that could eventually be worth 38.5 million. That fluctuates a lot. Holding is attracting interest from Besiktas, but we've rejected a £2.1 million bid. He's got 12 months left on his deal with the option of another further 12. So let's see what happens where Rob Holding's concerned. On Rice, Give Me Sport have said the deal to get Rice done is probably starting to worry a few people now because of the wait, but there's no problem. It's all on track to be completed and announced. The legal work going into this is extremely important because of the magnitude of the deal. Now that's nothing out of the ordinary, but still it's taken a while. I'm told Rice is desperate to get started. He's been working hard ahead of joining up with his new teammates and is so driven towards making a good start with Arsenal. We're going to see a player that evolves into one of the best box-to-box players in the world. He's going to add more to his game. He wants to start imposing himself on opponents more as he gets towards the prime of his career. And as part of that, intends to improve the stats along with his playing numbers. Fair enough, man. It's whatever you want to do, Declan Rice. Just make sure it's done. We've seen Mikel Arteta play coy already. We've gone over that. And apparently, people, we've already gone over what David Moyes has had to say, people. He actually said, until it's done, we can't plan anything. We'll wait to see what happens. Everyone knows the situation. We're waiting for something to happen. I don't think we can replace Declan exactly like for like, but we'll add to the squad as time goes on. We won't give you any names on what we're going to do. Once again, people, a journalist close to David Sullivan says Declan Rice to Arsenal saga has reached climax, people. Allegedly, people. So we have to see. Apparently, all that remains is for the Gunners to transfer the first 33.33 million installment that is due to the Hammers, people. So we have to see. Everybody seems to be saying exactly the same thing and in just new creative ways. What's this? Well, we've just seen that already. Once again, we already know where Declan Rice is concerned, people. Lawyers are holding this up. West Ham have been promised the paperwork for the transfer of Declan Rice will be signed and delivered today on Friday. The hold-up is being caused by delays with the paperwork being drawn up by Arsenal's lawyers. Again, Sky Sports have just said we value Balogun at 50 million and he's drawing interest from AC Milan, Marseille and Monaco, although there's been no official offers. Cedric Suarez, Pepe, Tavares, Lokonga are all available in that as well. Declan Rice is set to finally complete his deal. Some outlets have actually said it could reach 120 million, people. So we'll have to see. The delay occurred as Arsenal lawyers took their time to approve the final wording of the contract. The Hammers were keen to sign the paperwork after agreeing on a transfer fee last month, but the transfer saga has rolled on for several weeks. I mean, we're only just touched July, so it's all right. With the new season edging closer, the highly anticipated move is set to finally be completed. He's passed his medical. He's been holidaying in Portugal to try and keep fit. Rice will 100%, says Mr. Sky Germany, Paletti goal for Lauren Plattenberg. He said, sorry, I meant about to say Balogun. Declan Rice will be an Arsenal player today. The final paperwork is ready to be signed. It will be 100% done today. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Once again, there you have the package could reach 120 million. Apparently, Bayern Munich are interested in loaning out Gravenbeck, a player we was once linked with. Apparently, Real Madrid are rekindling their interest in Gabri Vega, a player we've been linked with previously as well. We'll have to see how that develops. We've already seen this in relation to Timber. I'm sure I've already announced the video, so we don't need to go over that. What else have we got? Apparently, Arsenal have rejected the offer for Rob Holding, rightly so. Apparently, Diaby has interest from the Middle East and also Aston Villa, and he's very keen to join Aston Villa. So we'll see how that one turns out. That's a player that's been linked with us. Barcelona have been linked with João Cancelo once again, folks. So that probably means another one off the list. Omar Rekic, a young player in our under-21s, he's been linked with a loan to either a Spanish club or a championship side. He isn't in Germany with the rest of the young boys out there. So we have to see how that develops. Smash the like button and let me know your thoughts. We've already gone on the Balogun, but if you haven't heard, he's just staying with us at the moment and we'll see what happens, said Arteta. Transfer plans, there's still a lot of things to do. Things develop all the time in the last few things as well. Whatever that means, we need to be really on it and alert. So yeah, there's that. Again, El Nasser are interested in Diaby. Probably kill your chances there. Chelsea are still in talks with Caicedo. And apparently Liverpool, as somebody said, there's rumours of them getting involved as well. Arsenal have Caicedo transfer option as Chelsea talks continue. Apparently, Arsenal have not completely closed the door on a move for Caicedo. Football.London understands the Ecuadorian international has already agreed personal terms with Chelsea, but Brighton's valuation of 100 million has proved a stumbling block. We know we've agreed a deal for Declan Rice, and apparently that's been a key driver in Brighton's valuation of Caicedo. Although the Gunners continue to have an interest in the 21-year-old, it's understood a major outgoing for a significant fee would need to happen for things to change. As we know, Partey's been linked with a move. 1 minute it's Middle East, then whatever. Charles Watts, James Bench say Partey leaving is wide of the mark. Football.London is saying Arsenal are understood to want a considerable fee to part ways with Partey. Football.London understands. So is that 40 million? I mean, Fabinho's valued at around 40 million. So probably within our rights. Liverpool have been relinked with Lavia again, folks. What is this? Arsenal have begun negotiations allegedly to sign Bitello, the 23-year-old Brazilian who plays at Guillermo. That's according to 90-Minute Sport. And they said it will take 8.5 million to sign and obtain him, people. He got 7 goals and 4 assists in 34 appearances last season. So if Arteta wants him, fair enough. But I'd have to wonder on the credibility. Apparently Pepe's been spotted training, people, but not with Arsenal. He's doing his personal fitness stuff, so we'll have to see how that develops. Apparently, Mikel Arteta considered signing Rabiot this summer, according to 90-Minute. Is he still at Juventus? Is he a free agent? Who knows? Rob Holding, David Ornstein has said Besiktas made a bid, but that got rejected. And apparently Eddie Nketiah is confident that Arsenal can mount a Premier League title push again. The mentality is the same. We always want to win every single game we can and prepare well for them. We don't think about the outside noise at all. We're locked into what we can do as a club and improving each day. We've got a really good group around the club and with the fans as well. So hopefully we can push and have a good season. We have a really great squad with strength and depth, said Nketiah. We have a lot of young players who haven't reached their peak, including yourself. and we're all committed to doing our best for the club. Hopefully, we can all contribute to help Arsenal win in the years to come. I hear that. He then said, it's amazing to see Nelson extend his contract. We grew up in the same area, Southeast London, and he's my best friend in football. So I'm really happy for him. He had a great season last year and helped us a lot in the title run. Hopefully, he can push on now. He's settled and signed to really help the team this year. Fair enough, Nketiah, really. He then spoke on being a big brother to the younger players at Arsenal. He said, I speak to them all quite a lot. I remember being in that situation. I'm not old myself, but I've played a few seasons now, so I'm just giving them confidence. They all have the quality, otherwise they wouldn't be here, true. So I try to remind them of that and give them the confidence to express themselves. They all did well when they came on, or even if it was a tough game, I think they showed flashes of the quality they have. Fair enough. He then finally said, we're focusing on here and now, but it's every kid's dream to play in the Champions League, mine included. You should have said win it. I'm really looking forward to those nights. I want to prepare well in pre-season, so I'm ready for all kinds of games when they come up. It's an exciting time to be an Arsenal player, and hopefully we can have a great season. Amen. And whether you're going to play one Premier League game or all 38 and however many games we play in all